Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name's George, and today for you I have the continuation of the show Titans that I've been reviewing. It's episode 8 and it is titled Donna Troy. In the beginning of this episode we start off, at this point it kind of sounds repetitive for me, but we start off with a really light tone. You know, we kind of see the characters the morning after. Now there's no organization after Raven anymore. And for everybody else, you know, it's a little easier on them because now they don't have to worry about them chasing it. So this episode really is the new start of where I guess we're going to start taking off in the series now into next season and going forward. Starfire and Dick had sex again. At this point it kind of seems like it's just kind of like a friends with benefits type of thing, just because it's really like random that they decide to, but it's fine. The big plan now going forward, now that everybody can rest easy and there's no more organization, is that Rachel's mom wants everybody to come move with her to Ohio. And of course, you know, everybody thinks that it's a great idea, but the only person who doesn't is Dick. And we find out that he wants to kind of go off on his own for a little bit, and you know, he kind of wants to figure out what he wants to do and who he wants to be. And then we get introduced to Donna Troy. They don't flat out tell us at first, but this is Donna Troy. You know, you're not quite sure what the deal is with her, but in a conversation between her and Dick when they first meet, you know, he doesn't even say hi to her. He flat out just comes out and says, you know, okay, I stopped being Robin. And he implied to her that she quit being a hero, and she says, no, I didn't quit, I just stopped. So there's kind of an interesting relationship here where she doesn't want to be a hero and she's kind of more comfortable just being, you know, blending in, being a normal person, as to where Dick doesn't want to be a normal person and blend in. He wants to continue, you know, fighting crime. There's a couple moments in this episode where Donna Troy calls Dick these nicknames, and the first one she calls him as Boy Wonder, which is, you know, it's funny and it's nice to just kind of have a throwback. You know, Boy Wonder is one of his more famous ones, and he of course says, you know, that's my favorite, and laughs about it. So in a scene where all the other characters are on their way to Ohio, we find out that Raven, you know, gets her powers from her father, and that's why he is basically after her. There's another scene in this that, like in the very first episode, I think, they make a Joker reference. There's another reference that Dick makes, a scene where Dick is, you know, staring at a painting, and a minute goes by and he goes, I wonder what the penguin's doing right now. And I think it's funny, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but either way I still like it. I just think it's interesting that they keep, you know, making references and kind of like giving a nod to itself in its own way. We find out in a scene that Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, and Raven's mother are being pursued by the government or the FBI on this train that they're on their way to Ohio. Donna Troy kind of breaks off from Dick, leaving him thinking she's gonna, you know, go sneak off and do her own little mission or whatever that she's doing, and Dick of course follows her and ruins it to an extent. She calls him Bird Boy towards the end of this scene, and he says again, you know, that's another one of my favorites, or that's my favorite one. And like I was just saying, it just kind of, to me, it's funny that they keep referring to like all these other, I don't want to say ridiculous, but all these other nicknames that they could have. After that, we get more Nightwing implications, more of, you know, another character talking to Dick, or Dick talking to another character saying, you know, now that Robin's done, I can't be Robin, that's kind of the end for me. Like, you know, Robin represents something else that he can't be anymore, so more implications as to who or what he's going to be. And of course, you know, most of us know that Nightwing is, at this point, he's going to be Nightwing at some point. I just don't know, like I said, if they're going to hold off until the end of the season and then maybe kind of be like, introduce him at the end and then go into, you know, next season with Nightwing, or they're just going to wait until next season, because It's been a few episodes now and he still doesn't have an identity, and he's still kind of just fighting people as himself. In an earlier scene, when Donna Troy is looking at Dick's phone, she sees one of the pictures from a couple episodes ago where Starfire has her little trailer with all this information on Rachel and all this, while she was trying to pursue her, and she comes across the one page that has, hieroglyphics on it that they couldn't translate or couldn't find out what it was, and Donna Troy knows what it is and she can start to translate it, but she doesn't full on go into the message. And Starfire kind of blows up the train, at least the separate train that she is on, when the FBI pursue her. And I would like to say it's safe to say that they probably presume that she's dead now, considering I don't think they really know what she is, or they don't know what she can do. So I'm just presuming that they think that she's dead now from this explosion, but I'm not sure yet. Once, Raven and Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven's mom all finally get to this house in Ohio, Starfire's kind of having problems with her memory and, really wants to start knowing who she is, so Raven offers to help her, try to fix her mind, and it works. But the only thing that is the downfall is as soon as she does, as soon as Starfire realizes who she is, she immediately goes for Raven. And then in the last scene, we see Donna Troy and Dick are headed on their way to Ohio, and Donna is translating the rest of the page that she has, and it basically says that Starfire was here to either, grab a hold of Raven or take care of her, and they think that means, either actually take care of her or kill her, and, clearly it's that Starfire's there to kill Raven, and then they end the episode. I'm not sure if it's going to take us into next week's or not, just based on the preview for next week. It looks like none of the main people may be in it. Guys, so we are down to the final 3 episodes of the show now, and for the preview for next week, it shows Hank and Dawn, and I thought it was interesting because episode 2 is Hawk and Dove, and if they would have waited to not this next one, but the second to last episode, symmetrically, I would have thought it would have been perfect to come back around. But I'm still glad they're going back to these characters, because I honestly thought we might have been left hanging. I mean, it looks like it probably is going to be at least a flashback episode or something like that. But, I'm just glad that they finally... It seems like the show is going to have, symmetry to it, and that's one thing a lot of shows lack, and I'm glad to see that they're going to do that. So that's my review for the day. Tomorrow I'm going to have a new review up for a movie, hopefully. If you guys seen the episode, you have any questions, any opinions, please let me know in the comments below, and like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.